Alright, so I used the dime tip to carve in these tail feathers, and I also used the dime tip bar to rough in the talons. And you can see I used a pencil to draw it in, and now I'm going to use my power tools to refine those. So here you can see I've drawn in the talons, and I'm going to use those lines when I'm using the power tools. Okay, here we go. We've got the talons carved out. I took a little hand torch to them to burn off any of the little fuzzies. And so now I'm going to start working on the head. And to do that, again, I'm looking at some references from this book. And they have some nice eagle heads in there. Alright, so here we go. I've drawn the eagle face onto the carving. And this part, you know, you can't really I don't really measure this out. I just eyeball it. I draw it on until it looks right. And I've blocked it out so that it's coming down to a triangle right in there. And I've also, the part where the white part of the head, I've done a little bit of an undercut there just to give that a little flare. So now we're going to go ahead and use the power tools to carve the face in. Alright, let me show you how I did the head here, what tools. First of all, I shaped it all out using the Arbor-Tech. Just carved all that out, all these curves in here. Basically all the general shape of that was all done with this tool. Then once that was done, I smoothed things out with a sanding drum. Just went in there and just sanded all around, smoothed it out with that. Then for the details, I used a Dremel. Here's my Dremel, and this is my favorite bit right here. It is it's basically a cylinder with these vertical slots on it, and I use that to come in here and shape the eye out. And on both sides, I also use it to define these lines on the mouth and on the beak here. And then what I did is I put this long, thin, pointy drill bit. It's not a drill bit, it's a grinding bit. And made the pupils with that. And then also made the hole in the beak here with that. And those are some of my tips and tricks right there to get the face. Now I'm going to put some texture in to here, get it all fluffy looking. And same thing in here, the legs and the body need texture now. Alright, so here's what it looks with some texture in the head. And what I did here is I took the sanding drum and just went back and forth and made some lines. And then I also took the Arbor-Tech grinder and cut in at the end of here and just put V's in here, and then put a few lines in there as well, just to give kind of a more staggered look to the ends of the feathers there. So this is what it looks like. And then I'll move on to the body and the legs now. Okay, so I threw some texture into the body here using the 2-inch grinder there again. the arbor tech. And just threw in basic, petal feathers all the way around, overlapping. Alright, the next thing to do here is basically clean up the base here, get the base to look nice and smooth, the shape that I want it. Well, that's it. We have a smoothed out base now. Nice smooth curves going up. And there we have an eagle, ladies and gentlemen. Next thing I'm going to do now is throw on a wood preservative. And so I'm going to run some tests on some scrap pieces to see what color will look the best. When putting the finish on, I always start with the base first, saturate it really, really good, and then flip it upright and do the rest. I just wanted to take a moment to tell you what kind of products I use to finish the carvings. I've tried using spar varnish and polyurethanes before, and I don't recommend them because log carvings always check, and once they check, rain gets in there and it starts flaking and it looks nasty. So what I've learned works really awesome is oil penetrating wood preservatives. There's no plastic surface to them at all. They go right into the wood fibers and they protect the wood fibers with sun, water, and mildew protectants. And here's some examples of some products that I like using. One of them is TWP, stands for Total Wood Preservative. And another one is Cabot's Timber Oil is good. Basically anything that, here's an Olympic one up here. It's basically deck and fence stains. Really, that's what you're looking for. Deck and fence stains that have some kind of penetrating, quality to them. They don't sit on the surface. So I did the eagle in TWP, and I used cedar tone. And on that oak, it gave a really nice, just kind of a light brown, beautiful tone. So, all right, thanks for watching. My name's Chris Connors from CustomWoodCarvings.com, and I hope you learned something. Thanks for watching. So stay tuned for some more video tutorials on more carvings. I'll be doing lots of other different kind of subjects. So I hope you enjoy them.